All right. What's up? This Evolution Spirit, channel. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to hate. Feel free to say whatever you want. I'm coming back to speak on my girl Lauryn Hill. Uh, I said I was gonna come back and speak on that from the Summer Jam incident. She was replaced by. She was replaced. She came in replace of Nicki Minaj because of an incident between her and Peter Rosenberg. I already spoke on Peter Rosenberg, so don't need to go into that. We're just gonna speak on Lauryn Hill, my girl Lauryn Hill. And pretty much what I want to say about that. Uh, the game of hip hop, okay, you know, was on the verge of being that instrument for the people to communicate and uplift. Okay, now in the land of oppression, they can never have a tool used to uplift the oppressed. So what's been going on, they've been using the success of these art forms to pretty much, they've been taking control of it. They've been using money to taking control of the art forms, you know. And as consumers and as the people, we look at money as success, so we'll never hate on that. But at the same time, if they're taking them, if they're taking that silver to sell out, the representatives of the people, then you should respect that. So anyway, Lauryn Hill represented that. Lauryn Hill represented that, and that's why she got blackballed. Okay, now all this stuff in the industry, of course, is gimmicks. So gimmicks only gonna last for 15 minutes. So they got to come up with something else. That's why you got the techno element. You got to get musical. You gotta actually have a product worth selling. They talking about the techno stuff is made for the I forgot what it's called, LGBT, or the pretty much the gay community, and that a lot of different music is not real hip hop because it's not using hip hop beats, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. So what I'm trying to say is gangster rap, was also for white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were living it, if you from the ghetto and you see that type of life, the codes of the streets, the G codes, and everybody, your people that live by that, that's respectable, But at the same time, white suburban kids is the one that really support that, and even they be like, they kind of blackball conscious rap, or if you want to call it that, people that are conscious, or I ain't gonna say conscious, but aware. See, this is what I'm gonna speak on. This is my point right here. You got rappers out here, which I can never be the judge of, but this is my thoughts. When you spit poison and when you speak poison, you got two different people. You got people that know they spitting poison, and you got people that are ignorant. You got people that are deceived themselves, and you got people that work for the cause of deception. Now, will we ever find out? Will we ever be able to weed out the people who smart enough to know what they saying out their mouth between the ones who ain't really just ignorant? That's the only thing they know, and that's the only thing they can speak on. You know, that's the question. Ignorance is bliss, and as a people, as the house, as the house of Judah, we've been ignorant for a long time, and we've been living in bliss. We've been able to get away with things like being ignorant, and ignorance was bliss. But everybody go to church and think that they just finna go to heaven and be able to be lazy and be able to, or if they're a good person, they get to go and be in heaven and sip on wine and be comfortable. No, the kingdom is coming. Okay. So you got the militia. I ain't gonna say the militia. We're gonna say the military wing is what I'm gonna call it. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Illuminati wing of the house. Okay. Then you got the priesthood, which is under the sacrificial lamb and adhere to all the pretty much the traditions and be able to administer that. We don't really have that. We have to establish that. You know, the church is under the Roman New Babylon, you know, thing, and you got our priesthood has been hijacked, and the kingdom has been hijacked. When you see me with the red, green, and yellow, red, green, and gold, don't think that that's some Ghana stuff. That's the flag of Judah. Okay, that's the flag of Judah with the lion on it. You ever seen Lion Witch in the Wardrobe? You got Where's the Lion? It's the missing lion. That's what's going on in the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. They said it's a Christian story. You know, well, the last Christian state in the Middle East that existed was Ethiopia. They protected that crown. They protected the throne of David, which is the righteous throne of the earth. So you got the priesthood, you got the military, you know, and then you got the kingdom that has to be reestablished. Okay. And we got, you know, just like in the Bible, we still have our poets. We still have our, you know, our seers, you know, our musicians. We just got to make sure that anybody going against that is dealt with accordingly. It's dealt with properly. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. So, all these cats is making this money, you know what I'm saying, in the rap game. Hey, have fun. Ignorance is bliss. But you better be ignorant, because if you just, you know, wallowing in that, you know, unrighteous success, and you purposely deceiving the people and not speaking on, it's not always what you say, it's what you don't say. Okay? If you smarter than sling crack, sling crack, sling crack, sling crack, sling crack, sling crack, but that's still all you talking about, you fake. You ain't for the people. You for the agenda. You for the oppression. You for the powers that be. The power control force is what I will get from my girl who I forgot her name, who channel I'm a subscriber to. You know, that's what I want to speak on. So you got the reemergence of the real, which is the people who say the things that need to be said. You know, Lauryn Hill was telling little girls how to love themselves, how to protect themselves. You know, that can't. I mean, they had to. You know, during that time in the game, they ain't really know how to judge hip hop. They ain't know what to expect. So people were sneaking into the game and dropping knowledge, because they was down with crews that were established. They had record deals, and they had hot songs that there was money to be made. So of course, none of the powers that be was gonna miss out on that money, but they did have to come up with a way to control that. So you got a reemergence of, you know, the real, and it's not that many. There's plenty that hasn't been signed yet that's came into, I don't call consciousness, but you know, I call awareness, and came out of ignorance. So you got ignorance and you got consciousness. It's only one or two. So if you're not conscious, you're ignorant. That means you're not aware of who you are, what's going on around you, what the people need, and what it is that is needed to be said on a track. It's not about keeping it real. It is about keeping it real. But real ain't because you've been through some things like cause you done sold some crack, sold some drugs, sold some coke. Like, that's all real is to you. So, you know, shout out to Lauryn Hill. You know, she came in and took the shine that was meant for. I'm not talking about Nicki Minaj specifically, but I'm speaking of the image that the industry accepts from her. She stole the harlot's thunder and spoke to her audience and went back to her roots and went back to, you know, the real, and spoke to her people and told them what they needed to know through classic songs, classic material. You know, she can't be denied. She's undeniable. You know, so when the kingdom come, you know, she's gonna be one of the queens. You can't really expect, you know, some of these cats to be around. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be peasants. They're gonna be, you know, janitors. You know, that's what they're gonna be. Like like I am in this reality. No, I ain't no janitor for real, but you know, it's tough figuring out a way to get it without breaking the laws, without, you know what I'm saying, doing some things that is against your own spirit. That's why it's not about black and white no more. It's about wrong and right. It's about those who align with the cause and the kingdom and who don't. So there's a lot of things to be said. I ain't no preacher. I just like to speak on the real. And that's what it is. I ain't gonna put no crazy well, I ain't gonna say crazy. I ain't gonna put no theme song or nothing like that to it. I'm just gonna talk to y'all. And if y'all wanna, you know, ride with it, y'all wanna subscribe to it, y'all wanna comment on it, y'all wanna hate on it, I'm just gonna leave that to y'all, and we can do it like that. Till next time, Illuminati World, that's the militia. House of Judah, that's the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? One nation under the sacrificial lamb, Yahshua HaMashiach. You know, that's the priesthood.